Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of P2C with Rex. I'm so happy to see you guys here again for another episode. And if you guys are loving the video so far, a like and a subscribe will be very, very nice for me to get. So far so good. We have been building out very wonderful applications and see how to implement them in real production environments. We have been able to learn the basic software engineering architecture from our first video, and we went along to actually build out an application, a very simple application, and we were able to also scale it up by hosting it on our repository and at the same time creating a PR architecture for any developer to collaborate on your project and scale it further. Today's video is a very exciting one because I'm going to be showing you guys how to move to cloud. Now, you've built out that wonderful application. You want the whole world to see what you've built. How are you going to do that? Simple. Push your build to cloud. And for this video, I'm going to be using render. I'm going to be showing you guys how to navigate through render, how to connect your repository to render, and how to push your build to cloud. And you can be able to visualize what you have built anywhere on your mobile devices, tablets, or laptops, anywhere around the world. Share the links to anybody that you want to share to view your project. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And we're going to be doing this the normal way, the prompt to code way. So follow me and let us dive in. Today's episode is going to be so exciting. All right, guys, so let's get down to it. It's going to be so easy. This video is going to be really short and we can be able to make good gains with this video. This video, we're going to learn how to push our project to cloud. We've already done the legwork. We have built our project. We have pushed it to our GitHub repo. Now we just want to push it to cloud so that everybody can be able to do this. We're going to use render for this in particular. The reason why I'm going with render, and this video is not sponsored, by the way, I'm going with render because render is a very easy footing for every one of you to get started into cloud, and at the same time also managing your pipeline using CI/CD processes as well too. So render makes it easy, and you can use that as a stepping stone to start upgrading into much more complex cloud technologies like AWS or Microsoft Azure. So we're going to do this very easy using a very simple configuration file, and I'm going to show you guys now as we just head into the video. So let's move. All right, guys, so let's get ready. You're gonna do this in less than 5 minutes. This is going to be a very quick tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how you can get your application hosted. So we've already done the legwork, as I said earlier on. We have already hosted on GitHub. Now we need to just push to cloud. First things first, let's go to render.com. Once you're in render.com, what you simply need to do is just to create an account. I will always advise that you create an account using your GitHub repo so that you can just easily have everything connected. Easy peasy like that. So now, once you are logged in, you're going to head over to your dashboard. Your dashboard is going to be empty. Obviously, like now you see that my dashboard already has a couple of projects I've been working on. That's fine. Yours is going to be empty. So now let's head over to this button here that says new. Now, new is where you have all the tools to deploy your application. You have different type of applications. You have static sites, web services, private services, workflows, background workers, cron jobs. You can deploy a lot of these tools on render. Render is so versatile like that. But the tool we're going to be using to deploy is called Blueprints. So go ahead and click on Blueprint. Now, Blueprint, as it says, is just straightforward. A blueprint is just basically the architecture in which you're going to use to deploy everything you've built. So render will just go through that blueprint that you've already created, which already states how you want your application to be deployed, and it just simply deploys everything with the way you have created it. And how you do that is by using what we call render.yaml. So as you can see here on my VS Code, I've created a file called render.yaml. Don't worry about this. In the description, I'm going to give you a one-shot prompt that will help you guys create this file exactly the way I've created it. And at the same time too, this file is also on my GitHub repo. You could also clone that and use that to deploy your services if you want to, but don't really bother too much about that. So with that said, I will just now head over to render and I'm going to just go and click on my repo. The repo that we created for this project is the to-do app repo. So I'm just going to connect that repo right now. So now once we connect it, render is now going to obviously start looking for a blueprint file. once we do this. As you can see, saying that there's no blueprint file. And that is because I did not deploy my blueprint in my main branch. I deployed it in my staging branch. And if I switch my branches right now, you can see that render has automatically picked up my render.yaml file, and my configurations are set for me to add my environment. But before we head into this, all we simply need to do, let's just head over here and let's name this project. So I'm going to call this to-do app. Simple, that's fine. Then, next thing we need to do now is to assign what our environments are for our front-end origin and our Vite API URL. So this is quite simple too. I'll also leave this in the description as well. Don't need to bother too much about it. So I'm just going to head over to my ChatGPT. I've already created this already. I'm just going to copy this for my front-end origin, paste that here. That's basically what I'm telling Render to deploy as my front-end origin. And I'll head over again and copy my Vite API URL. And I'm back again. And I'm going to paste that here as well. Cool. So we have our environment all set up. Now, all you simply need to do is just to click the deploy blueprint button. Once you click on the deploy blueprint button, as you can see, Render will start picking up everything we have stated in render.yaml, what type of services we want to deploy it at, what type of application this is, as well too, how to start your application when we are actually running it in terminal. All of those things are all stated in render.yaml. So it will go through it one after the other and deploy it, as you can see right here. So it's going to keep doing this. All right, so as you can see right now, Render has followed our blueprint judiciously, and it has been able to deploy this application right now. So good. So now let's just head back and let's show you what has happened. So we're just going to head over to our menu here and click on blueprint. It is going to take us to see our to-do app. It has been deployed using our blueprint and it's all synced. Now let's head over to projects. Now, if you head over to projects, if you remember, previously when we went through my dashboard, you noticed I had 2 applications running. But as you can see right now, I have my other 2 applications that we just deployed right now, which is our to-do list app running right now. And you might be wondering, why do we have like 2 different services running? And let me explain that. Now, the application that we built, remember, it has a front end and it also has a back end. The front end is basically what you guys are seeing, what the users are seeing, how they interact with your application. And the back end, reason the back end as the engine that actually runs the whole application. I want to move from point A to point B. The engine is always running to make sure that every single component of the application is doing what they're supposed to do. That is basically what the back end is. So we are having 2 applications. One is the front end, basically running everything that you see visually, and 2 is the back end, which is basically what is under the hood, but is making sure that what is on the front end, if you click on any button, you create any tags, they are all being done judiciously well using the back end. That is why we have 2 applications running. So if you click on the front end now, let's look at this now. That is the web service. You can see we have deployed and we can be able to visualize our system. So now, in order for us to now see our system working in cloud, it's very, very simple. All we simply need to do is just to head over to this URL that you see here on the front end application. Click on it, it's going to open a new tab and you can be able to see our to-do list app class is already hosted in the cloud. If you notice before, when we deployed this application, we were running it on localhost because we are running it locally. But now we are good to go. We're in the cloud right now, and you can share this application to anybody that wants to visualize what you're working on. And as you can see, we can easily create our tags, which is host. Let me just create a little tag here, which is host in cloud. Nice. I'll give you the due date of 16th. Add that tags. As you can see, the tags have been added. I can mark it as done. I can undo the tags. I can delete it. Everything is working just as we built it locally. So we can now start scaling this project in a much more consistent manner right now. Alright guys, so congratulations. This was a very short video, very easy. We were able to deploy our code to render in less than 5 minutes. Congratulations for you sticking this far, and that is a huge achievement. So what is next now? Next is, how do you now keep scaling from where you are right now? Because now your project is live, you can be able to show people your project without it just being locally on your machine. Now anybody can have access to your application. You can decide to scale it, add new features. But now, adding those new features, how will you be able to do that? That is where our next video now comes in. So tune in, subscribe, and make sure that you're ready for this next video that we're going to be dropping in the coming weeks. Now, this video is going to be focused on what we call CI/CD. CI/CD simply stands for continuous integration and continuous delivery. So that is how you can be able to be working remotely, locally on your machine, pushing to your repo, creating PRs, and your hosted application on render can be able to know when you are pushing new code and be able to deploy it cleanly. So it's going to be so much fun. You're going to learn a lot. And by the end of the day, I believe you should be building a very beautiful application on your own with frontend code. I'm so happy for you guys sticking around. Please like, subscribe, so that the algorithm can keep pushing this to other people that will actually need videos like this. And stay tuned for more to come on P2C with Rex. Catch you guys in the next one, and peace.